Thank God we can start talking about football. Man, I have watched too much college basketball already. I know I'm going to watch a lot more. I know that we're all going to watch a lot more. Now we finally get to do what I've wanted to do all day, which is probably get incensed and pissed about this thing. So let's see how this thing is going to go. Not really sure what we're going to get into here, but what you got from me, Reese? Big Desk. I'm going with the Big Desk today. Let's check out what Big Desk is doing. Why are Jesse and Joey dressed like they about to go out wedding crashing? I don't know about them Blazers, y'all. Nah, don't do that. See who's in the chat. What we got? Did I remember to turn the sound on this time? This is a running joke for those that have been in the chat before. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Let me see. Ooh-wee. So, drop what you think the Final Four is going to be for this initial poll, right? I mean, I've been getting into some thought, and I was thinking at jump, I like Ohio State at number 1, but I could see LSU at number 2 with signature wins against Auburn and, of course, Florida. I could also see Alabama getting the benefit of the doubt, though they haven't played nobody. I mean, New Mexico State, what are we really talking about here? Duke, what are we really talking about here? Clemson shouldn't even be in the top 4, quite honestly. I mean, that's not even a take. That's just the way that it is. You got Charlotte and Wofford on your schedule. So what are we really talking about when we're talking about Clemson? We're talking about who have you played? A&M? A&M is trash, just like Auburn. They're trash. They just happen to be in the Southeastern Conference. We put some stock in the Southeastern Conference. So Penn State ought to really get a nod here because they played Michigan State. And I believe they put the screws to Iowa too. So, I mean, top 25 wins there, undefeated. Minnesota ought to get some love. Baylor will probably be ranked below all of these undefeated teams and still probably get the shaft when it comes to Georgia or even Oklahoma because they just like them more on the strength of their resumes. I don't really like the idea of ranking one-loss teams ahead of undefeated teams, and I got this whole deal about why I think that the college football playoff selection process is garbage, and I'm going to continue to yell about it, but let's just start with strength of record count more than conference championships. We'll find out. It has in the past, right? Because we've looked at some conference championships and we've been like, yo, didn't you have to win your conference championship? No, you don't have to. But they listed it as one of the 4 criteria. So when we're talking about what you need to be doing to get into this thing, strength of record, common opponents, strength, your conference championship, right? And then other comparisons. Now, when we talk about them making their own poll, I also think the selection committee gets this top 25 wrong more often than it gets it right because they're really only worried about the top 4 teams. And last year, you ended up with Army outside the top 25 after they dropped 70 on Houston and took all of 2 losses. One to open the season against Duke and one in double overtime against Oklahoma last year. Oklahoma ended up making the college football playoff. And yet, we're going to do this thing where we think that they're getting this right? No, I don't think they are. But I also don't think the rankings should matter as much as they do, and yet they matter. They matter because only one team can win the national championship. And most of the time, what are we talking about? We're talking about the privilege for playing a national championship, not the right. It's nobody's right to play for a national championship. I also don't think that having a bunch of suits in a room for a couple of days is going to get you any closer to figuring out who should be or shouldn't be playing because we got this thing called a scoreboard that's supposed to figure that thing out, right? I want 16 teams. The rest of y'all want 8. I get that. FCS has 24. They got 10 automatic bids, and they got 14 at-larges. I like that format. I like the campus sites. I also think there's a way for you to get your bowl game thing going here. Jim Harbaugh actually had a pretty good idea that I like that incorporates the BCS that I'm going to unpack later. But I'm really interested to see how they're going to screw this thing up because I have no doubts they're going to screw this up. What we got here? Yeah, okay. 1 versus 2 in basketball. We got 1 versus 2 in football this weekend, Reese. Come on, man. Enough with the basketball. Let's go. I hate that they put this thing in between 2 basketball games. Just give it its own show like you do the rest of the time. Let's go. Enough with the pageantry. Drop the numbers. I do dig the hype videos. I dig the hype videos. Probably not, dog. Probably not, Jim. Probably not. Joe C, what's good? Still got his jacket on. Vintage Joe C. A lot of bald heads in there, man. Hair Club for Men could make a lot of money in that selection committee room. You damn right, Jesse. Eye test. I hate this garbage eye test. What's the scoreboard say? Over under on Joey Galloway saying something stupid tonight. Two things. Clemson better be like 5 or 6. I can see Penn State at 4. That would make sense to me. That'd be all right. Thing is, you get Ohio State and Penn State playing later this month anyway, so it ain't, I mean, just put them there. Would it not trip everybody out if Penn State ends up at number 1? Ooh, check it out. SMU at 25, Navy at 24, Oklahoma State at 23, Boise State at 22, Memphis at 21. I like it. No, I like it. I don't know about Boise State at 22 ahead of check it out, Oklahoma State being as a 3-loss team at number 23. Chuba Hubbard's helping you out tremendously. So we got here Cincy at 20, Wake Forest at 19, Iowa at 18, Minnesota at 17, Kansas State at 16. Kansas State getting a lot of love off that OU victory. Don't lay a egg against Texas this weekend. Like, Kansas State got the one quality win, Oklahoma, and they 16 off of that. Take L's to Baylor and I think TCU. But you going, okay, whatever, fine. 2 Big 12 teams, I'm all right with it. What's we got in here? Cincy Memphis might actually end up being a really good American Championship game if that's how it ends up. Wake Forest with store brand Cam Newton and Jamie Newman out there. I like it. Minnesota at 17-8-0 though. I guess it's because they ain't played nobody. Notre Dame at 15. What are we even talking about with Notre Dame doing this, man? Michigan at 14. Wisconsin at 13. Baylor at 12. Auburn at 11. Are we just doing the AP? Is that what we're doing now? Are we just regurgitating AP rankings? What is this? Friggin' Florida at 10. Okay, 7-2. For real? Ahead of Baylor? Okay, whatever. Oklahoma at 9. Are we just doing the AP poll? That's what we're doing? We're doing the AP poll. Okay. Utah at 8. They got a loss to USC. Oklahoma got a loss to a ranked Kansas State team. And you going to put Utah ahead of Oklahoma. What kind of garbage is this? What is this trash? What is this trash? Oregon at 7. We got Georgia at 6 with one loss to South Carolina. We got Oklahoma at 9 with one loss to Kansas State. This is already a garbage poll, man. What are we talking about? Y'all want to say strength of record? Kansas State's ranked in the top 25. South Carolina in the top 25. USC ain't in the top 25. That's trash. Committee, how do you already screw this up and we ain't even got into the top 6? I'm saying, though, what are we doing with this? You lose to Kansas State, and then you rank them inside the top 20, and yet you're going to have Georgia somewhere in the top 6, probably at 6, with a loss to South Carolina, and you're going to have Utah ranked at 8 ahead of Oklahoma after they lose to USC that ain't been ranked for like 4 weeks. They got losses to Notre Dame. They got losses to Oregon. Man, I can't with this garbage. Georgia at 6. Go on ahead, put him there. Yeah. I don't know why people still love Georgia so much, man. You can't lose to South Carolina at home and be a 6. Whatever, dog. Better not put no Penn State at 5. You better not. You better put Clemson at 5. Put Clemson at 5. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Put Clemson at 5. Yes! Clemson getting exactly what they deserve. How you like them apples, Dabo? That's what I'm talking about. Go play somebody. Penn State at 4. I likes it. You better have Ohio State at 1. You better not have them at no 2 or 3. Ohio State. A lot of this. Just put the damn ranking up, man. Let's go. Put the ranking up. Shut up. Put the ranking up. Thank God for that. Bama. Cool. I take that. Bama at 3. Bama would beat the brakes off of Penn State, but I'll take it. Bama at 3. LSU at 2. Ohio State at 1. Now we know. Cool. Now we got 2 versus 3 in the SEC West. And potentially 1 versus 4 on November 23rd. I likes it. I also like that Clemson probably ends up in this 4 spot because Alabama and LSU got to play each other this weekend. So it's whatever. Clemson got to play NC State. Whatever. Trash. Texas is garbage. Let's not give LSU that much credit for beating Texas. I mean, Oklahoma beat Texas. Y'all don't give them any credit for that. I want to put Utah at 8. Sit down with this garbage. Oregon got beef with Georgia, too. Oregon should really be in that 6 spot right now. They lost it to Auburn, who ranks inside the top 25. Georgia's lost to South Carolina at home. I don't know what... I mean, I can't wait for Rob Mullins to get on this mug and defend these just garbage rankings, man. Just trash. Just trash. Clemson, 9-0 percentage win the college football playoff is 74.5%. Strength of schedule is 65. Whatever. Here's hoping Wake Forest can go and get a W on November 16th. So we don't have to hear from Clemson no more. What's your point? They play Charlotte and Wofford, Jesse. Jesse, they play Charlotte and Wofford. Don't crown them. Don't crown them for that. They play one ranked opponent this year, dog. One. Don't crown them for that. Softest number 5 in the country right now, man. Just soft. Just a soft 5. Jesse Palmer just said Clemson lost to make the playoff. My foot. Joey, I'm surprised that you still ain't gone full gray yet, dog. You need to go on ahead and stop coloring that. Just let that gray come in there. Also, get that edge up. You need your line. Edge that up right quick. You ain't getting no haircut before you did this. You knew you was going to be on TV. What you doing right now? Here Herbstreit go with his whole top 4 teams garbage. Penn State's a good football team. Don't think they beat Alabama, but it's a good football team. I'll take that. I'll let that slide. Let me see what we got going on in the chat while we got these yahoos talking. Who in here? What's up, Steven? I see you, dog. Probably not, no. They already trying to put Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl, y'all. Already trying to say that Pac-12 got the edge on this mug. Oregon's quality win is a number 25 Washington, but Oklahoma's quality win is a top 25 Texas. And okay, whatever, dog. Hate this best loss garbage. Reese don't want to drink for nothing. Reese gonna mess around and find some doors ain't gonna be held open for him. He come back to Oklahoma. All right. You damn right. Yeah, they don't give a damn about your wins and losses on this committee. They only care about whether or not we all thought that your program was good based on some garbage rankings, because it doesn't matter whether or not you win the games anymore. It only matters that you lost games to people that other people think are good. I hate this, man. This is the stuff that's going to drive me to drink because it used to be simple. You win football games, you are a better football team than the people who lose football games. And yet we're doing this real stupid algebra about who did you play? How good were they when you played them? What were their ranking in the Associated Press or coaches poll when you played them? I mean, how many people would love to be able to hold up Nebraska as a quality win right now? Because the coaches poll had Nebraska ranked in the top 25. Or did y'all forget? Oh, good God. 4 Big Ten and SEC teams, 2 from each. Ugh. Yeah, you laughing about that, Reese, but that stuff could be happening. It could be true. I'm critical of a schedule that includes A&M and South Carolina. Kirby. His name is Herbie, but you get what I'm doing. Name is Kurt, but Herb Street. You know what time it is. Whatever. I'm frustrated. All right, Rob, what you got? Ooh, Rob, how you gonna defend Penn State at 5? Man, I don't want to be the person taking these bullets for this committee because I'd be naming names. I'd be pointing fingers. I'd be like, Your Honor, Frank Beamer over there said this. Your Honor, Joe Castiglione over there said that. Take these dudes' bullets. So we're using the strength of record thing argument against Baylor and Minnesota, but we're just going to not act like they're undefeated? Does it? Balances the loss to South Carolina because you beat Florida? Notre Dame. Notre Dame got drawn by Michigan. Can we not spit it out, dog? Probably not. Rob, man. LSU played Northwestern State, y'all. We can't actually put that schedule up against Ohio State's schedule because of Florida and Auburn. Be like Texas. Yeah, all right. The fact that Oklahoma State is ranked with 3 losses tells you everything you need to know about Texas because they got a loss to Texas. Eye test. Eye gouge me. Eye test. Trash. Check out Herbstreit with a good point about his Buckeyes. I like that point, that Ohio State's schedule is tougher than anybody else's in the top 10. Wait, did he just say Justin Fields, J.K. Dobbins, and Chase Young all deserve to be in the Heisman conversation? How about we just start with Chase Young and we leave it there? How about that? Reese, don't you dare condescend to me on national TV, dog. Gonna tell me how I feel about something. I can tell you just fine how I feel about something. Reese, ask me to my face. You and your lettuce on your head. Joe Burrow is nasty. 78.8% completion rate. Tua is nasty, but we'll see how he feels about himself after coming off a tiny dancer surgery this weekend. Nick Saban gonna look at us and lie and talk about game time decision. You know doggone well that man gonna be out there on crutches if he gotta be. Mm. Turn this off for a second. Cool on that. All right. What's everybody thinking about this stuff, man? Everybody doing all right? Yeah, Douglas, you're not going to be able to curse in this chat. We don't allow it here. Let me scroll through, see what y'all talking about. Yeah, man, we're not going to ever do that neither. Going to be with the all caps, I see, dog. Yeah. Most people are very upset about these rankings, and I don't blame them. Don't blame them. Yep. I'm gonna have to write a monologue about this noise. Probably catch it on the thing tomorrow. You know what time it is. If you don't already subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Right? Upload video every day, sometimes twice a day, most times twice a day. And subscribe to my newsletter. There's a link in the comments giving away some free stuff. Just sign up for newsletter with your Hotmail, whatever it is that you use for the coupons. I would enjoy it if you read what I wrote, but it's not a requirement or anything. Everybody got to live their own life and make their own decisions. And, you know, sometimes you really just got to go to the grocery store. Baylor being that far ahead of Minnesota is off. They barely win. They also got one of their wins against a winless Rice. You know, I give Minnesota a lot more credit for its non-conference than I do Baylor because Minnesota's non-conference was sneaky hard. Georgia Southern, Fresno State, South Dakota State. South Dakota State might win a national championship this year. Georgia Southern just knocked off previously undefeated Appalachian State, and Fresno State stays in the 8-9 win category. I mean, nah, I would give them to that. All right, let's see. RJ Brothers rankings is heartbreaking. Most teams should have made it. Didn't. It's crazy. Yeah, this was fun. All right. Let me go and check that out. Yeah, I need to go back through the criteria because I'm fairly certain that they're not really that good at this. I mean, just paying attention to what they were putting out there, fairly certain. Y'all not that good at this, are you? Let's see what we got. RJ, what do you think about LSU being ranked lower than Ohio State, team that hasn't had a harder schedule? Please, Northwestern State was on LSU's schedule, dog. Get out of here. Cincinnati's 7-1. They beat them 42-0. They played an FBS team all year. LSU can't say that. Alabama can't say that. Oklahoma can't say that. Georgia can't say that. You know, I mean, all you got to do is take a look at the schedule and go, okay, FBS, FCS. If you see an FCS team, there you go. Steven asks, who all has a chance to make the Final Four? Everybody inside the top 10. I mean, with the outside chance that Baylor goes undefeated or Minnesota goes undefeated, everybody in the top 10. Everybody outside the top 10, less Baylor and Minnesota, nah, they're not getting in. That's all right. Somebody else going to take a loss here, and I'm hoping that it's Clemson. So I'm tired of hearing Clemson's mouth. What else we got here? Yeah, man, Oklahoma State being ranked was surprising. Would love to know what they were thinking about that. Let me see. Anything else I want to get into here? Oh, shout out to my girlfriend who hung the curtains so that it looks a little bit cooler. She wanted me to do the thing where I steam the curtains. I didn't have time to steam the curtains, and I don't own a steamer, but they're gonna get done. They're gonna get the wrinkles out of them, so we don't have a flag situation. For folks that are been around for that, they understand what we don't talk about and what we getting at. Shout out to Isaiah Spiller, who, well, he's the reason. Anything I want to get into? Yeah. I think. What's up, Abdul? Abdul will be over here from the Philippines watching the channel. That's what's up. Kiev, why you got to bring up old stuff, dog? Stop that. Let me see. What's up, Travis? How much would you like to be part of the play committee? Man, I'd be yelling at people. You know me. I'd be picking up that laptop and flip. What do you mean that Minnesota's ranked 17? What do you mean Georgia at 6? You know they don't want me off in there, man. Let's see. I'm thinking that's going to be it, y'all. Appreciate it. This was fun. We may do it again next week. We may not, but let me know what you think in the comments below. I appreciate everybody that showed up. It's a bigger room than what I'm used to dealing with. I'm trying to keep it 100. Ronnie over here saying I should be on the committee. Appreciate that, Ronnie. Yeah, there's 400 people in here. We'll do the roll call on another day. When I do one of these, when I don't announce that we're going to do one of them. How about that? All right. Deuces.